What's going on, everybody? Nicole Hawthorne here, and I want to take a moment to do a quick tutorial on how to connect your domain that's purchased either through GoDaddy or Bluehost or any other provider with Flywheel's web hosting service. So without further ado, let's get started on this quick tutorial. Now, as you can see, I am actually in the back end of my Flywheel hosting account. And I also have a domain purchased through GoDaddy that I want to connect to my hosting service. The solution for this is a very simple process. And so right now I'm going to show you what you will need to gather information wise from Flywheel so that you can add it to your domain provider, such as a GoDaddy. In my case, I use GoDaddy. So I'm going to use GoDaddy for this quick tutorial. So again, I am logged into my hosting account with Flywheel, and I am looking for some information in order for me to let GoDaddy know, hey, I have a hosting account. I need to connect this domain that I have to my new hosting service. So if you look on the screen, you're going to go to the section that says domains. And underneath this section, you will see a couple of things. You will find that I have added my domain, which is yourdreamwork.com, to this hosting plan. To do that, it's very simple. You will just click on add another domain and then type in the domain that you want to use. Once you type in the domain web address that you want to use, you have the option to make it a primary domain for your website. And you also have the checkbox option to also add the www extension to the plan as well. So you can have www.wearedreamworks.com, or you can actually just have wearedreamworks.com and it is routed to your website. For the sake of this tutorial, I'm not going to add this one because I've already set up a primary domain for my web hosting and for my website. So I'm just going to simply exit out of here. But that if you need to add any domain to your account for your website hosting, you would do it there. And so when you set up your hosting service to begin building a website with Flywheel, what it will do is it will automatically assign you a temporary domain or a temporary web address. When I set up this particular website for my business, it assigned me a subdomain, which would be dreamworks.flywheelsites.com. That's going to be something that it would automatically assign you to. You can use that as your web address, or you can actually, again, point another domain that you've purchased through another company to this particular account, and it allows you to connect that domain and allows you to make it a primary. So since I know that I've already added my domain here that I want to use as my primary web address, I need to collect information from Flywheel to give to GoDaddy, which is my domain provider or my domain manager. So the information that you're going to want to pull is right here. This is going to be your DNS IP address that you're going to need to give to GoDaddy so that GoDaddy knows that your domain needs to talk to this particular IP address. And for the sake of the tutorial, your IP address is going to be that particular plot of land that you're able to build your website on. And so it's always going to be a series of numbers that you're going to use in order to know, hey, this is my plot of land. I've paid for this. This is where I can actually build my website on. This is my actual this is kind of like your geolocation or your Google Maps location for your website. So what you're going to do is you're just going to, select this number. I just do a quick copy And then what I'm going to do is actually go to GoDaddy, which is my domain provider. I'm in a domain right now that I currently have purchased, but I'm not using. And so for the sake of the tutorial, I'm going to use this one, which is NicoleHawthorne.com. Not really using this right now, just purchased it and just kind of sitting on that, but I want to use that for this tutorial. So when you're logged into GoDaddy, what you're going to do is you're going to go to your DNS settings, and under your DNS settings, there is a section that's called records, and you're going to see a bunch of information in the section. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to show you where you need to put that IP address in order for GoDaddy and Flywheel to connect and talk to each other. Okay, so underneath the records, you're going to go to where it says A. So this is going to be your A record under your DNS management section of your domain manager. In this section, you'll see a pencil on the right-hand side. You're going to simply click that. And once you click that, the only information that you want to change is you want to be able to tell this A record to point to something. So this is the section that you're going to add the information that we just grabbed from Flywheel to add it to your DNS settings with GoDaddy. So for the sake of the tutorial, I'm going to exit out the information that I have, and I'm going to simply paste the IP address that I just gathered from Flywheel to this points to section of my A record. Once you do that, don't touch anything else. Just click save. And once you save that information, give it a couple of minutes and it will reroute your domain to Flywheel. So you'll be able to use that information for Flywheel, for your web address with Flywheel. So what we just did is we added the IP address to the points to section of GoDaddy's DNS management service. Again, this is going to be the A record, and this is the only place that you're going to put that information. You press save, and you're going to give it a few minutes to populate so that they can meet and connect. And that is how you're going to be able to connect your GoDaddy domain to your Flywheel web hosting service. Now, again, I have not created a website or set up a website for this particular domain, which is NicoleHawthorne.com. But now, as to know that it's connected, I can simply click on that and choose go to NicoleHawthorne.com. When I do, it will let me know that, hey, my web address in my domain is connected to Flywheel. Of course, you're going to see this because I haven't built anything on, or I haven't used this particular domain to actually build a website on, but it does confirm that this particular domain is connected to Flywheel. So if you want to do a quick check to see if the domain is connected to Flywheel, all you will need to do is put the domain or the web address into your browser, and it'll let you know that it's connected with Flywheel. Okay, so once you do that, it's connected, everything is ready to go. If you want to make that particular domain a primary domain of your website, you will go back to the domain section and hover over the three dots, and it will ask you, do you want to make this particular domain your primary domain? And you're always going to say yes. So again, I just wanted to show you, put together a quick tutorial on how to connect your GoDaddy domain and web address to your new Flywheel hosting service. If you have any other questions, please feel free to comment below in the comment section, and I look forward to providing you another tutorial to come. Take care and have a great day.